And the hits keep coming from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, although this is probably not as big as it may seem. It does appear that Marvel Studios has a screenwriter for a potential Black Widow movie. And that would be. I just had the name pulled up. Oh, goodness.
Talking about who reported it, or
Jack Schaefer or Jacques Schaefer. It's Jack, just spelled Jac. So maybe just Jack. Jack Schaefer is going to provide a script for a solo film involving Black Widow, played of course by Scarlett Johansson. And this has kind of been something that's kind of been in the works, believe it or not, ever since her introduction in Iron Man 2, which came out all the way back in 2010. They've kind of tossed the idea around. I know when Kevin Feige has been asked about it, that is his correct name, right? I hope so. Because there's a director that has a very similar name that I don't particularly care for. Let's see. Yes,
yeah,
Kevin Feige. He's been asked about it. You know, he doesn't really. He pretty much always says that there's not a current plan for Black Widow or any other, female-led superhero movie. I do want to say this though. They should do a Black Widow movie not because you just need to have a female superhero movie in the MCU. I feel like you should just do it because Black Widow is an interesting and cool character and also very unique. Like, she's one of the characters, one of the two that's in every Avengers film and makes cameos in other of the MCU films, and she has no superpowers. She just uses guns. She uses her spy training, and it would make for something very interesting, especially if. I know I talked about origins with the Black Panther film, but I feel like they should especially make an origins film about Black Widow, or make it half and half. Like make it where you've got constant flashbacks between her origin, and then tie it to something that's happening currently in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I think that would probably work the best. That way you're not making it so that, oh, well, we know she survives because she's in all of the Marvel films after this chronologically. So you kind of get, the best of both worlds that way. But I want to see this done. And I mean, I don't know how old Scarlett Johansson is, but pretty sure she can't keep playing this role forever. So it is very much a situation of strike while the iron is hot. And I think after Avengers 4, and they get rid of some characters, I think that would be a perfect time to release very shortly after that a Black Widow movie. Because they're kind of doing it's not a reboot, but things are kind of resetting after that point, because some heroes we're not going to see from again, so why not let her have the spotlight for a moment. I don't care about Hawkeye. I don't think you can make a very interesting movie off of him, despite the fact that I do like Jeremy Renner.
Yeah. He's really just got his bow. There's not really much. He has some martial arts, but
he's very much a one-note character, and that is, I shoot things.
I shoot with a bow.
I shoot with a bow. Sometimes I make them explode.
Sometimes I beat them with bow staff. But yeah, that'd be cool. I think I'd like to know a bit more of the origins, just because I want to see what kind of sick, twisted organization that originally created her.
Yeah. Because we saw in Avengers Age of Ultron she had a messed up past. Like, and they just briefly touched on it.
Yeah.
And all we really know is, you know, as a result, like, she can't have children. It completely shaped and molded her into the woman she is today. And that is someone who can... I'm glad that this version... I will say this. I'm glad that this version of Black Widow is not like other versions of Black Widow that I've seen in comics and the games. In video games, because she's not a likable character. I feel like this is actually the most relatable version that we've seen of Black Widow. So yeah, I would definitely want to see like her breaking away from whatever program that she was a part of that turned her into a killer, and then tied in with something that's happening modern day. You can even throw Hawkeye in there because they have a history also. I feel it would make for a great movie. And you don't just do it just because she's a woman. She's actually interesting.